Hi, welcome back to Monkey Gardening. You find me in the Mischief Mobile. It's a glorious sunny day. We've had some really nice weather this Easter weekend. But the weather's about to break tomorrow, the rain's back tomorrow. So I'm going to make the most of it today. Over the weekend I went to a garden centre and got some new herb plants. As I mentioned in the last episode, I'm not doing an awful lot in the garden this year. It's mainly tidying up and sorting out and getting rid of beds and things, but I do want to grow herbs. I think I said in the very first episode of this nonsense that if you're going to grow anything, then grow herbs. Buying them from the supermarket is a fool's errand. You're constantly wasting stuff, throwing stuff away. It's quite expensive, and just having it there in your garden is really nice. But my current herb bed is a bit depleted. We'll have a look at all that later, and we'll have a look at the plants that I got at the weekend. So yeah, we're off to trip to B&Q. I'm going to go to the ones a little bit further away than the one you've seen before, simply because they look after their plants better, and also the roads around the nearest one are an absolute nightmare. So yeah, if I see anything interesting in B&Q, I'll film it. Otherwise, we'll meet back in the monkey garden. Okay, see you later. Okay, so we're back from B&Q. This is my little haul. So some compost and some grit. So we're going to deal with the rosemary first. These are the rosemary plants I bought from Garden Centre the other day. So yeah, the rosemary wants free-flowing drainage. It hates having wet roots. The rosemary I had over here, it's done okay for a few years, but it's completely died off now, and it's never really been very happy in this bed. Soil was too rich and there wasn't enough drainage. So yeah, so we're going to mix 1/3 of this with 2/3 of this into this pot, and at the bottom of this pot I've got some inverted lids just to keep the drainage holes free. Okay, so I'll do that and then we'll cut back. Okay, so that's the rosemary planted up. I've dressed the top with a bit of the grit. So that looks nice. That's going to go in a sunny spot. Sunny spot is at the end of the garden where the fence is. I'll put it there for now. We may even stay on this table for the time being. Okay, next we're going to address the sage. So again, this is another plant I got at the garden centre. Looks quite healthy. The sage plants I got last year, which I planted in here from the garden centre, they never really got going. They've never been very happy in here. I don't really know why, because the previous sage I had, which had gone quite woody, that's why I got these new plants. The previous one had done really well in this bed, but this one, not happy at all. But essentially I'm going to get rid of this whole bed. It's exhausted, it's fallen to bits anyway. So for the time being we're going to plant the sage in pots as well. Okay, so that's the sage done. I've gone slightly less aggressive with the grit than the rosemary, but it still wants to be pretty free draining. There's an amazing red admiral butterfly fluttering around, which I've been trying to capture on camera. I've not seen one for decades. Usually only get the white ones around here. I'll try and capture it. In the meantime, on with the what we've got here, oregano. Okay, next is the thyme, and with this I'm going to be even more aggressive with the grit. So we're going to go to nearly 2 to 1 or 1 to 1 ratio with this one. I'm still trying to capture that butterfly, it keeps teasing me. Okay, that's the thyme done, and then next to do is the parsley, but this is the odd one out compared to the others. This actually likes being wet. It wants a rich soil. It doesn't want to be in full sun, it wants partial sun. So for this I'll put a tiny bit of grit in, but mainly it's just going to be pure compost for this one. Okay, so that's the parsley done, and then lastly I've got this little Scotch bonnet plant which is going to live in the seedling corner, and again similar to the parsley, it doesn't need grit, it wants rich soil. I'm going to plant it in quite a big pot, and the bigger the pot, ultimately the bigger the plant and the more yield you get. Okay, so that's my chilli plant, all potted up, looking happy. So it's going to go up in seedling corner, and these others I'm just going to sort out. It's due to rain tomorrow, and they already felt pretty damp, so I'm not going to water them in. Well, actually I'm going to check the forecast, but I'm pretty sure it's going to rain this evening. Okay, so it's a couple of days later, we had a couple of days of more rain. Today's not been too bad. So yeah, everything's settled in nicely. So I'm leaving these Mediterranean style ones up on the table where they get the most amount of sunshine. My parsley, I've mislaid. Where have I put the parsley? Oh yeah, parsley's over in this bed here. It wants to be a bit more shallow. It looks like the squirrels have been at it already. So lastly, let's go and have a look in seedling corner where I put the Scotch bonnet chilli. Lastly, here we are back in seedling corner, and here's my Scotch bonnet chilli. It's very happy in this windowsill. So yeah, I think we'll probably call that an episode. I know some of you are very intrigued to know what's going on with the loft, which has now been boarded out, and I've got a ladder and very excitedly an electric light up there, but I'll show that on another episode. Okay, take care everyone, see you on the next one, bye.